Recently, Justin Bieber has had enough of the constant presence of paparazzi. It's like he's finally reached his limit and he's done with it all. Imagine this. You step outside your own house just trying to live a normal life, and all you see are flashing lights from cameras. It's overwhelming, right? The lights are blinding, the cameras are everywhere, and you're just trying to get in your car or even walk to the sidewalk. This is the reality for Justin Bieber, and honestly, who could blame him for being fed up? The constant harassment from paparazzi who have no boundaries is exhausting, and it's not something anyone should have to endure. We've all seen the videos where Justin's visibly frustrated, even yelling at the paparazzi to back off. It's one thing to take a few pictures, but when it gets to the point where a whole team of photographers is following you around, constantly shining bright lights in your face, it's no wonder celebrities like him lash out. Just imagine the stress it causes, not just physically with all those flashing lights, but mentally too. These photographers are trying to get the perfect shot, but at what cost? The flashing lights can't be good for your eyes, and it must mess with your mental health too. It's no longer about capturing a moment, it's about getting a payday off someone else's life. What's even more shocking is how invasive and disrespectful these paparazzi can be. Justin can't even step 10 feet outside his house without being surrounded by them. It's like he's trapped in his own life, forced to deal with this constant intrusion. And as much as people might argue this is the life he signed up for, let's not forget that he was thrust into the spotlight as a child. He was just a 13-year-old kid with talent when the fame machine kicked in. His parents, record labels, and producers saw his potential and capitalized on it. This wasn't his decision, and it's not as if he could have fully understood the kind of lifestyle he was about to be forced into. Now, he's 30 or 31 years old, and this never-ending cycle of media attention is still a part of his life. He's basically been living under a microscope since he was a teenager, and it's clearly starting to take its toll. People argue that it's all part of the deal when you're famous. But how much is too much? These paparazzi are making money off Justin's life, but at what point does it cross the line from entertainment to pure exploitation? Imagine this. Justin is just trying to get his coffee or enjoy a quiet moment at a restaurant, but instead, he's met with cameras in his face, lights blinding him from every direction. For what? A quick snapshot for tabloids? It's mind-boggling. How much people can make off these pictures? Is it worth it, though? To follow someone around day after day, harassing them for photos that only make a couple of bucks? The invasion of privacy isn't just limited to Justin. Other celebrities, like Kanye West, have had similar experiences. We've seen Kanye lose his cool with the paparazzi, and now we understand why. Being constantly pursued by photographers isn't just annoying, it can feel downright dehumanizing. At some point, these celebrities stop being seen as people and start being seen as commodities. The paparazzi are just out for the payday, while the celebrities are left trying to hold on to some semblance of normalcy. And when things go too far, like when a paparazzi photographer is so aggressive that they end up in the way of a celebrity's car, it's not just the celebrity who's affected, it becomes a dangerous situation for everyone involved. There's an interesting comment from Caitlin Bunny on this topic that really stood out. She said, "Sorry, Justin, didn't realize stepping outside of your $20 million mansion meant you were off limits. Must be hard being rich and famous." Wow, really? So now, being rich and famous means that it's okay for people to invade your privacy at all hours of the day, shining bright lights in your face and following you wherever you go? Just because someone is famous doesn't mean they lose the right to be treated like a normal person. The idea that fame gives you the right to be harassed by strangers is messed up. Justin Bieber, like any other person, deserves space and respect, not to be hounded just for existing. This whole situation really shines a light on how celebrity culture has evolved. It's no longer just about fans admiring their favorite stars from afar. Now, it's about creating a spectacle, monetizing every moment of a person's life, and treating them like they're public property. Someone else in the comments mentioned how harassment will eventually get old, no matter who the person is. Eventually, the novelty of taking photos of celebrities will wear off, But by then, the damage may already be done. And that's the unfortunate reality. Paparazzi culture thrives on this cycle, and the celebrities who are caught in it suffer in silence. Another interesting perspective came from someone who said, "Why don't famous people carry a big flashlight with them? Fight fire with fire, or in this case, flashlights with flashlights." While that might sound funny, it highlights the frustration that fans and observers feel when they see how far the paparazzi push the boundaries. It's almost as if there's no way for celebrities to escape the relentless pursuit of photographers unless they actively fight back in some way. It's not just about avoiding the limelight. It's about protecting your peace of mind and your physical space. No one wants to be chased down just to make someone else money. One commenter made a great point by saying, "Imagine your kids asking what you do for work, and you have to explain you camp outside celebrities' houses to take photos of them." That hits hard, doesn't it? It's kind of sad when you break it down that way. For some of these paparazzi, it's a job, sure, but it's not exactly a career to be proud of. It's a job that revolves around invading people's private lives for a paycheck. It's one thing to be a journalist reporting on events that matter, but this is something else entirely. And then there's the whole situation with Justin and his wife, Hailey Bieber, walking together and looking visibly annoyed by the cameras. You can tell that they're just exhausted by it all. In that moment, it's not just about the flashing lights or the photos, it's about their privacy being stripped away. It's a very human reaction to want to be left alone, and it's understandable that people like Justin, who are constantly in the spotlight, would feel the need to lash out sometimes. It's hard to blame him, especially when you see how invasive these encounters can be. Unfortunately, we've seen situations where things have gotten out of hand before. Remember the incident with Tobey Maguire? Paparazzi were all over him, and things got so crazy that they practically blocked his car. There's a reason why these types of encounters often end in frustration or even accidents. Paparazzi aren't just snapping pictures. They're creating dangerous situations, and the public doesn't always see it that way. In one of the more unsettling moments, you see Justin trying to leave his house, blinded by lights from every angle. And it's not just the lights, it's the sheer number of people crowding around his car, blocking his path. He's trying to move, but the paparazzi are so aggressive that they make it difficult for him to do even that. Imagine not being able to move freely because people are standing in your way, and the flashing lights make it even harder to see. It's a nightmare, and no one should have to deal with it. This kind of situation just isn't okay. The paparazzi culture needs to be reevaluated. Sure, these people are doing their job, but at what cost? Is it really worth risking someone's safety just to get a photo of them? Is it worth causing emotional distress for the sake of a paycheck? Celebrities are human beings, and it's time for people to remember that. They deserve privacy, respect, and space to live their lives without being constantly hounded by strangers looking to make a quick buck. This is a conversation we need to have because it's clear that something needs to change. At the end of the day, Justin Bieber, like any other celebrity, deserves his personal space and peace of mind. This constant harassment isn't just about fame, it's about treating people with decency. No one should have to live in fear of stepping outside their home, and it's about time we start having a real discussion about the role paparazzi play in this. Let me know your thoughts on this situation. Do you think paparazzi go too far, or is this just part of the fame game? Let's talk about it. As this whole paparazzi situation continues to unfold, it's becoming more evident that the line between celebrity and private citizen is growing increasingly blurred. At some point, there needs to be a serious conversation about the boundaries that should exist between a celebrity's public life and their private one. Just because someone is in the public eye doesn't mean their right to privacy should be entirely disregarded. There's a growing sense of entitlement among some members of the media, as if their job is to invade every aspect of a person's life, without considering the emotional and physical toll it takes on the individual being. pursued. The problem is not just with Justin Bieber, but with the celebrity culture as a whole. Paparazzi are trained to seek out these moments where they can capture an emotional reaction or an unflattering shot, all for the sake of a headline. These snapshots don't tell the full story.